Hey Tom, just before you go, I wanted to send you one more video. The one thing you'll notice on this back shot is the impact that the canting underneath your right big toe here is supposedly there to help put your ski on edge much sooner. Uh, you can see that with this bow that's in the lower part of the leg there. But what I would do is encourage you to go ahead just one more time and flip the skis out so that the fat part is on this outside little toe side, and just see if it feels at all like you're connecting and hooking up a little bit sooner on this side. Um, I don't believe that's what you'll feel, but I'd like you to go ahead and maybe play with that one more time if you can remember and get a chance. You may, if it feels a little bit better, you may want to go ahead and switch that. The other thing that I wanted to show you is you've always been kind of talking and discussing, this issue that you've had with your ski not always being on the ground. And you'll see that that's happening right here at the start of this turn. If you look at your left ski right here, you'll notice that gap that's happening there. And again, that is being caused by this up and backward movement that you have as you transfer the weight over here to this right ski. You're actually moving kind of backwards and up, backwards and up, and that's what's pulling your whole body back and up rather than coming forward into the new turn. So that's where you're getting that impact from. So it gets back to the whole idea. You can see how high it's actually getting off the ground there. So it gets back to this whole idea of cause and effect. And here, one of the things we want to do is look at if we're having all the right movements as you're coming through this finishing or second half of the turn. You should be able to have the body move a little bit more in this direction so that when you release, it's going to continue in that direction rather than going up like it is now. So the idea is if we have a good finish, we get a good start. And one of the things you'll notice coming in here, we're starting to get the skis to edge a little bit here. But again, this side of the body here, that should be starting to create angles. It's actually leaning inside the turn in this direction rather than going to the outside. So that's where the drill I sent the other day, static against the wall, where you're trying to get this upper body moving to the outside of the turn. This is just another angle, another way that you can look at it and see that it's actually happening. So the other thing that you can notice here too is as you're coming in, you're still edging the skis here at this point, and you've got some flex in the ankle going there, but then we'll notice that it does start to get to be a little bit less flex at the ankle and more flex here at the knee. So what that is, it's kind of sitting back with the hips almost like you're sitting in a chair. And so that means that you're moving a little bit backwards and a little bit inside. That's where you're picking up this ski being lifted off the ground. So that whole thing we worked on in terms of, the focus, the more holistic idea of just moving the upper body over the skis into the new turn, that is one focus that seemed to work pretty good. But if you're still struggling and having problems when you're getting out west on those steeper hills, the other thing to think about is going back to the parts and making sure that you're feeling that ankle go and flex forward as you're edging the ski, and that way this leg will stay straighter because you're flexing more at the ankle and not at the knee. So that's the first part. And then the second part will be tipping that shoulder to the outside. So again, the static practice that I sent lets you feel just the flexing of the ankles, just the tipping of the shoulders to the outside, and then trying to put it together. So that's why that exercise I think would be really beneficial for you to practice before you take off and you head out there. I think you'll be real pleased with how much that will help. Let's come down just a little bit farther. My camera work there got a little bit bad. You'll see that little bit of a sitting down effect going on right there. So again, let's just stand a little bit taller and flex that ankle some more. And then the other thing that we'll notice here is we've got your camera angles getting better and better here as you're skiing right next to the camera. And here you'll notice too, as you're coming into this turn, you'll be able to really see that there's not a lot of angle here going on at the ankle. And so that gives you that kind of sitting back in the chair effect there. And of course the impact of that is as we finish the turn now, we have to try to get our body up and moving down the hill. So again, if we finish the turn better, the new turn will start because the body will just flow into that turn here that you're right next to the camera angle. And you can see real clearly there that what we want to see is that ankle bending forward, and with the camera right next to your body there, you can see the backward movement of the body coming through that part of the turn. So again, static practice, flex the ankle, tip to the outside. If that doesn't seem to work for you, too much to think about, again, driving that upper body over that outside ski, forward and over that outside ski will help, especially when you get on that steeper stuff out west. So good luck out there. Hope you have a great time, and let me know how things go.